everyone, welcome to Magic Magic Monday. I am Brianne Hovey. Get ready to bust through your limiting beliefs about money and set your soul on fire. Today, we're going to talk all about money. And the reason for that is as network marketers, we get going in our business and we don't realize how many limiting beliefs we might have around money. And what happens is as we get going in our business, all of a sudden we'll get stopped at a certain level and we don't know why. A lot of times it's because we do have a limiting belief wrapped around money. So some very common limiting beliefs about money would be that there's not enough for everyone, or you're not good with money. Another one is as fast as money comes in, it goes out. This is a common one where people live paycheck to paycheck because of that belief. Another one is that you might become very greedy or selfish if you have money. All of a sudden, your entire personality changes the second you start making money. Another common belief would be that you won't belong to a group, to a family, to a community if you break free and you start making money where you leave those behind that you love. Now, I went through a lot of these beliefs in building this business. I started out with some pretty heavy-duty money beliefs and that were not serving me. And I didn't quite understand how they were affecting my business until I hit certain walls. So my goal for you guys is that you start uncovering now, really, what is your relationship to money? And start breaking free of these limiting beliefs and unleash yourself now so you don't go through what I did. So learn from my mistakes. So I want to share with you guys my story. When it comes to limiting beliefs, we're kind of like onions. We layer by layer, we start shedding and getting to our core truth, right? And really who we are and the light that we shine. And as I started unveiling all of these truths on my journey, I was amazed at where I've gone from to where I am now with my relationship with money. So let's share that story. As I grew up, I was part of a network marketing family. My dad was a genius at network marketing and he joined a few different companies and we were network marketing brats. So we moved around quite a bit and he built these amazing, phenomenal businesses. And I loved it as a kid, absolutely. I saw that network marketing was possible. It was possible to be successful. You had an awesome lifestyle while doing network marketing, but I never wanted to be a network marketer myself. And the reason why is the way that we lived and the way that my dad and mom's beliefs played out in our life is they definitely held the belief that money goes out as fast as it comes in. And so what happened was my dad would jump from company to company, and 1 month we would be making $30,000 a month. And then 6 months later, we didn't have a dime to our name. We were scrounging for money to try to get groceries. So it was a very up and down childhood for me. It was terrifying at times to know when were we gonna have money and when were we not. I never felt safe. And so what that caused me to do is I wanted to go the opposite route. So in my early career life, I chose to have a career that had a salary with it. So I never wanted to choose anything outside of a salary-based career. I was terrified of owning my own business because of this belief that I wasn't going to be good enough with money and that it wasn't safe to build my own business. And that ended up being a really hard experience for me because my heart was calling me. We all know that feeling when our heart is screaming, go this way, and our mind is going, no, it's not safe. And I remember the time that it was coming. It was getting closer and closer, and I knew I wanted to be my own boss. I knew that this was the answer for me, but I literally became paralyzed with fear. It was about a year of my life that my heart was calling it's time, and I held off my heart. And I told my heart, shut up, it's not safe, I'm not going there. But there was this amazing experience that I had, actually through prayer and going within and really understanding that I was safe to do this, that experience allowed me to jump. I completely jumped into the world of the unknown. And something I learned really amazing about that experience is that there's all kinds of ways that we can reframe and change our beliefs. And Ange and I do all kinds of trainings to help you uncover what your limiting beliefs are and how to reframe them. But one of the best ways to reframe is taking action. So all I had to do in that moment of that paralyzed fear is find the courage within and jump off the cliff. And I believe as we do that, I've learned through the years that as we jump, we build our wings on the way down and we learn to fly. And what happened was I I jumped and I chose network marketing. And amazing things happened. It took time. It's not a get rich fast. It wasn't like overnight. We were successes, but I held the vision. I knew my why and I followed my heart. My heart was screaming louder than my fear, and I went with that. So just by taking action, I reframed the belief that it's not safe to own my own business. Now, as I mentioned, I had a lot of different, layers in my onion. So another thing that I really was encountered by, it just popped up as I started to see success in network marketing. Some of you guys are starting to see like that moment. It's happening. It's really happening. And the checks are getting larger and you're, seeing growth in your team and you're believing, oh my gosh, all of that vision, all that faith is coming to fruition. It's happening. What happened to me in that moment of my business is I became paralyzed again. I was scared to grow from this level to this level because I realized if I do, I'm breaking free from my family, from my loved ones, some of my friends that I belong to. Some of the connection I had with them was wrapped around money. Talking about living paycheck to paycheck or talking about how hopefully this check goes through or all the bounce checks fees. I belonged to a community that we all lived the same story. And if I got to that point where I actually broke free from that, I wasn't going to belong to them anymore. I was scared of missing out of their love. And that was a really big limiting belief that I had to work through and uncover. The real truth is that I will always belong. That they not only are always going to be my family and my loved ones and my friends, and we will always have connection, but even more so as I break free, it allows them space to break free as well. And that automatically happens, that transition for all of us. And so I worked on that belief. I cleared it and I reframed it. And now it's been amazing to see how many people have followed us in this new way of life, in this new relationship with money, because we had the courage to break free. Another one that came up in my journey is that big kahuna one that I talked about, is as fast as money comes in, it goes out. Now, this might shock the crap out of many of you guys, but I'm going to tell you anyways. Nate and I were living paycheck to paycheck at an income of $30,000 a month coming in. And it was because we still held that belief. So here's something that's so important for you guys to understand. It is key to work on your limiting beliefs and reframe them, because no matter how much money you make, if you still hold that limiting belief, it will play out in your life. It won't matter if you're making $200,000 a month or $200 a month. It's going to play out for you until you reframe that belief. So we had that come up, and we had this awakening moment and realized we don't want to do this anymore. We don't want to live this way anymore. And although we felt like we were doing good things with our money, we wanted to build a future for our family, right? And grow a way that we felt safe for the future as well as the present. And so we've reframed that belief, and we reframed it to that we were good with money and that we could put our focus and intention on where we wanted to go now and in the future, and that there was enough coming in always, and that we were able to build up and give back. And so it was this amazing transformation that had happened at that time in our business. And the last one I'm going to share, because there's actually more than just these four, but the last one that was probably one of the biggest was I had this giveaholic belief or problem. We felt guilty for making as much as money as we were at 7 figures, where we saw people in our life that we loved so much struggling. And so all we wanted to do was give it away so that we felt safe in being who we are, and that we were good enough people to make sure that we weren't living a life so opposite than the ones we loved. And that was a whole nother layer of healing that had to happen. It's amazing as we work on these limiting beliefs that the grace that is offered by God and all of the support and tools we have to reframe and grow into who we really want to become. And those bits of grace were offered to Nate and I, and today our life is so much different. We absolutely are growing wealth, and we're growing a future, and we have stability, but at the same time, we're giving back more than we ever have before. And it all was because we've mastered our mind and conditioning our mind what money really is. We have a beautiful relationship with money. And it still is growing. There's still plenty of opportunity for growth always. But what I know now is money is a force for good on this earth, and it's used as an instrument from God, and that we can use it in so many great ways. But yet where I started to where I am now, it was a journey, right? But the first step to really changing your relationship and your story with money is looking at it, is becoming aware of what your story is. And so we have two different tools for you guys to start this journey with us. First, we have a worksheet. And this worksheet you can just download right here, and it's going to allow you to see, what is your story? What's the story you've been telling yourself? What's the story you grew up with? What was your relationship with money as a child and what you saw through your parents and that experience? And then what is playing out in your life today? And that will start opening up this space for healing. Some of you guys might not even know that you have a relationship with money that isn't serving you. And doing these exercises are going to really help you see clearly if there's any area of healing that you can have. Now, another fantastic tool for you guys is a webinar Angelina and I did called Money, Magic, and Abundance. And we hope that you guys, you'll have this link right here, that you click on it and watch it. It has transformed many lives of the people who have watched this webinar and allowed you to see what are you playing out now, and then choose differently if you are ready for that now. We hope that you guys really can explore this relationship you have and take it to new levels, because there's so much good we can do as we build a healthy, awesome relationship with money. Thank you so much for joining today's Magic Monday. We hope that you guys learned some fantastic things and that you can share it with your team too. Make sure you download the worksheet and listen to the webinar, and have a fantastic day. Remember, the world needs more of you.